Hey, what's up guys? So I want to start a new series. It's going to be some kind of vlog videos where I bring you along on whatever I have to do in this current week, whatever task I have to do. Obviously it's going to be about detailing, right? So as you can maybe have seen on the channel, I have posted a couple videos where I just put the camera on and do whatever task is on the menu. Those videos have not done really well, but that's not the point. But in any case, I'll try to make them as interesting as possible with minimal video editing. Just like I said, a straight up vlog where I can have a discussion and maybe show you a couple things that I'm doing at the moment. So for today's project, it's gonna be on my wife's car. So she's been complaining that the car is very trash, very dirty. So we've had a lot of rain this week and for the past few weeks actually. So the Golf have not been washed in almost 2 months by now. So I have been really busy since March. And the second thing that I have on the menu for today is to change the cabin filter, right? So at that point, she's getting some bad smell in the car. So usually it's a sign that you need a new cabin air filter. I'm probably not going to show you that, but so we're gonna tackle the wheels and the tires. The paint, maybe because it's white, it doesn't seem really dirty, but as you can see here, here's a finger, probably from the kids. So it has a really thick film. The wheels are pretty trash. We're gonna compare two rinseless wash as well, and I have a couple things for spring cleaning that I wanna show in this specific video. So all right, I'll set up the cameras and let's get to it. Okay, so I just got done changing the filter. Really nasty. Okay, so the interior is not too bad, but obviously after a couple months, right, the WeatherTech need a good clean. The steering wheel, a couple touch points. As you can see, the interior is some kind of beige, other than the carpet. And I have quite a bit of Kleenex dust on every surface. So we're gonna do a quick clean after that. But first, I wanna compare two rinseless wash just for fun, just to see if we notice a difference. First off, I'm gonna take out the garden hose. We're gonna do a quick APC rinse. And then we'll rinse everything with the garden hose and I'll do the rinseless wash, all right? Okay, good friends. So I have seen some people complaining about pouring liquids, or in this case, this is gonna be Koshemi Green Star at 10:1 that is already pre-mixed. So once in a while, I will use the full gallon size and I would mix a couple empty gallons in advance at everything at 10:1. I will premix that so that way I don't run out and I don't have to mix it up all the time. So I can refill my IK sprayer just like that. Sorry if the sprayer is dirty, the bottle is somewhat dirty. But my point is, I have seen people in other videos complaining that when their gallon is full, they are spilling liquids everywhere, okay? So I figured this out a long time ago, but I'm gonna give you my trick. So depending on what type of gallon you're using, it's gonna be a different technique. So the trick to not get any spillage, instead, so as you can see, this gallon is maxed out, right? So instead of doing a couple glug like this, that way you're guaranteed to have spillage everywhere. So the trick is going to be on the sides. So you're gonna wanna pour from the side. That way you're not spilling anything. If you were to use a gallon, a 5 liter from Koshemi, this one likes to be poured straight up, all right? But the gallon that we guess, the gallons that we get from the US is usually a format like this, so like a 3D, a PNS. Most gallons that we get, if you're trying to pour like this, just look, it's going everywhere. It's a nightmare. So on the side, you never get a problem. Life is good. So if you like that trick, give me a thumbs up and a comment. I will really appreciate that. So I'm all about, like I said, real world detailing and giving you guys some of my tips and tricks. Now I'm gonna get a microfiber, clean this up and rinse my hand. Let me get back to you. So the car is cool, the panels are cool, the wheels, everything is ambient temperature. So let's get straight to it. I will spray this mostly on the bottom sides, pretty much door handle down. Since I'm not gonna use a pressure washer, so I would only use a pressure washer outside for the most part. Since we're working inside, the family is sleeping, but the wife doesn't care, just like we do, right? So the kids are touching it. And in the winter, this car is still maintained by myself, but she used, the wife used the snow brush on the paint quite a bit. So the snow brush, right, will leave micro scratches. So this paint is not perfect. Before I rinse, I will just scrub the tires while we have some APC on there. Okay, so the car is rinsed off now. Let's go over the wheels really fast. Nothing too crazy, but I want to get the face at least clean. We don't really care too much about the barrel for this car. It's not really exposed in any case. So as you can see, green star at 10:1. It's perfect for these kind of jobs, right? Even if the car is being neglected for a month or two, this is no problem. This product is excellent for the wheels, the paint, the pre-wash, the inside. Okay, really good. Let's rinse that off. Okay, so just for fun again, I want to compare. I'll make two buckets, one with DIY and a second bucket. A second bucket with Absolute. Let's make sure those buckets are clean. I don't feel grit. What about this one? Oh, that's gritty. Okay. So when I have a gritty bucket, I usually spray it. This one is pretty much empty. So this is green star 10:1 in there. Couple spritz. I'll take a brush. I would take a brush or a microfiber and quickly just go over. Make sure you have clean buckets, guys. It's dialed in. You're gonna eventually have some grits at the bottom, so make sure at every wash your buckets are clean. Okay, working clean is important. We're gonna use Absolute in the red bucket and DIY Rinseless wash in the gray bucket with the right rinseless, so the legacy sponge in there. So 4 gallons of water. 4 gallons of water, that's gonna be 2 ounces, so 60 mLs. 60 mLs. So an ounce is 30 mLs. So 256 to 1 is 1 ounce for 2 gallons, right? So 4 gallons, DIY rinseless. It has a green apple scent if you have not tried it. And it actually foams quite a bit because it's a mix of polymer and surfactant. So for this one, I'm just gonna do a 2 gallon. That's gonna be for the interior. So 30 mLs right here. So just for the sake of not wasting product, we're gonna use DIY rinseless for the whole car, for the whole exterior. And this one is gonna be used for the interior. But before we do that, we're gonna test both product on the hood and see if I can notice a difference. Okay guys, as you can see, this one is half full, but the dilution is nailed down. This one for the interior, but let's do the test on the hood right now. So I'm not gonna do the pre-soak just for the sake of not mixing both product. I'm just gonna use them straight. So that's gonna be that. On the right side, rinseless, DIY rinseless. And on the left side, what is it called? PNS Absolute. So that Mickey's sponge is much more flimsy, and the DIY Legacy sponge has some kind of backing in the middle, which makes it firmer and easier to maneuver. So I much prefer the Legacy sponge. Okay, so let me try both product. So there's no pre-soak, pre-spray on the panel. It's simply a leftover from the water, from the garden hose. So I'm gonna flip and go back over. This hood is PPF, so I don't care. It's not gonna scratch as easily. And like I said, my wife used the snow brush every year. So this paint is not perfect, okay? So not much of a difference right off the bat. Maybe PNS is a little slicker. I'm gonna dunk back the sponges and we'll see. We'll try again. But right off the bat, I just noticed something. Let me pull the camera for this. So, sorry for the lighting, maybe the lighting is not right, but on the right side, the panel, it's much cleaner. Guys, I'm not kidding. So the panel is cleaner on the right side with the DIY rinseless, and on the left side, there's a black spot left over. There's dirt still in there, left over. Hopefully you can see it on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the PNS side, we still have dirt. Look, it's looking like the product, it does not clean enough. So again, we did not pre-spray this. Normally, we want to pre-spray our rinseless wash before we go ahead and tackle the panel with the sponges. There's still dirt on the PNS side, and on the DIY rinseless, we have a much cleaner surface. Hopefully, when I edit the video, it's gonna be clear and easy to notice. So let me go back on the panel. DIY, no, the PNS rinseless, a second pass. So right off the bat, the second pass did not take care of the stains on the hood. So I'll take DIY go back over my... Well, for the slickness, it's pretty much the same, guys. Maybe at the first pass, I did not have enough product in my sponge. Maybe I rang my sponge too much. Guys, the cleaning power, I can't believe it. Let me get the second camera here. Do you see the line in the middle? So that's the PNS side. It's not even clean. And look at the sheeting effect. This is DIY. Look at the sheeting effect. All the water looks different. Very interesting. Actually, that's the PNS side that is sheeting water. It looks like it's sheeting water. But it does not clean really well. We still have dirt everywhere on the panel. If I push, okay, so we have a dirt spot here. Let me push more. Oh, I took care of it, not completely. Okay, let's put that back. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go back, take my DIY and try to clean that spot that is left unclean from the Absolute. Well, the DIY took care of it, and I'm not pushing. Okay, we have a dirt spot here. That's a stone chip actually in the PPF, so that it's not gonna come off. Can I find more dirt? I have some dirt spot here. Took care of it, man. Okay. So the conclusion. Okay, guys, so quickly, we did not make a massive test. We did not test these products fully, but after cleaning just one panel, this is a white car. It's been unwashed for at least 2 months. And this is my first couple experience, as you can see, with DIY. This is my third use on the product, and I have used this almost half a gallon. So the conclusion, so PNS has a really pleasant smell, and it has a sheeting effect on the panels, so it'll be very easy to dry, which DIY doesn't do. DIY Rinseless doesn't sheet water, doesn't change really much the water behavior. But the most important point is the cleaning power and the slickness. The slickness, it's pretty much toe to toe. But the cleaning power with this, it's not good, guys. It left a ton of dirt. So what's the point if it doesn't clean enough? Well, I'll have to give it more testing, but the DIY Rinseless cleaned its own section, and I even cleaned whatever PNS could not do. So really interesting to see. Is it because it's surfactant based? I'm not sure. Maybe I can ask my friends at DIY. But very interesting, guys. So PNS Absolute has a lack of power, obviously, in this test. Why? It's such a bummer, guys, that PNS Absolute doesn't have a really good cleaning power. Hopefully they can fix that in the future. I'm really surprised because the guys at the ride company said that it was almost like a collaboration between the two brands to come up with this product. And they have told us that they have tested that product really in depth before coming out to the market. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I have to do more testing, but obviously on the white car, man, I've seen it with my own eyes. It didn't clean really well, the panel, compared to DIY. It left many spots of stubborn dirt. And when I went back over it with the DIY, it cleaned off on the first pass, no pressure. So I'll let you make your own conclusion, but I just did mine. My money goes to DIY for the Rinseless. So this car had Geon wet coat as the last step protection, but it's been a couple months. So I really like the sponge by DIY. It's soft, but it's firm, doesn't collapse too much, so you're not applying pressure as you move the sponge. It's so much nicer than the Mickey's rinseless sponge. This is where the sponge is cumbersome in some small areas like this. So going back to DIY, I'm not advertising. I don't have a favorite part. I have nothing to gain to make their product look better. I'm just telling you straight my honest opinion. And guys, I don't plan to give false recommendation. I don't care if you buy DIY or PNS or Geon Car Pro. I don't really care in the end. Just telling you what I like and what I prefer. And I like to do those comparisons. I take the time to film and edit. So why not take the time to make an interesting video and maybe find out some product comparison and revelation and save you that hassle. Make myself useful, not just ramble on video, right? So this is a stone chip right there. So as you can see, there's water here, but there's dirt as well. So I hope you guys can see there's dirt. I'm gonna plunge it in the solution, wring it, and hopefully you can see. Well, I have water dripping, but the dirt is already released in our bucket. So I'm doing the exact same test that Ivan showed me. There's no trick. It's all in the solution and in the sponge itself. Okay, a second time we have dirt from the bottom of the car. Let me dunk it in the bucket. Wring it, and voila. Impressive, right? I'm really sold on this Rinseless, guys. Like I said, I have nothing to gain if you're going to buy either brand. And like I mentioned in my other video, I'm not pushing product. As a consumer, I buy product myself. So if someone recommends brand X and I'm buying brand Z, in the end, it's my own choice. And I believe that you're old enough to make your own choice. And I'm just here to tell you my experience with those products. And if you're going to buy products in the end, like I just mentioned, you can use my code, somebody else's code. You can use no code at all and buy your products anywhere you want. It doesn't change my life, but if you use my code and if you support me, that in the end, that's gonna help me to give you better content. It's gonna give me motivation to keep going. And I really appreciate that. And hopefully I can buy more products and show you better testing and make better videos in the end with good gears and all of that. So I've been paying attention to the comments either on my channel or somebody else's channel, and a couple guys came on my channel and they appreciate the fact that I'm straightforward and that I seem like a honest guy. And that's really the goal here. Before having a YouTube channel, I was just like you, watching videos, and always preferred authentic people and honest people. And guys, you're, like I said, you're old enough to make your own decision, and dishonest people and shady people, you can smell them. It's gonna show up through the camera at some point if you're leading people the wrong way. I think we have the nose for that. So this is really not my goal here. So I'm gonna have an affiliate link with DIY products, but you can still get them at Carzilla. If you're in the US, maybe you wanna get them from the DIY Direct website. So don't, because some guys, like I've seen on the comments, not on mine, but people are commenting on other people, I don't know, behavior, I guess. Just because we're giving you affiliate links, some people go to the conclusion that we're sellout or we're pushing product. But guys, if you have not created a YouTube channel, you have no idea how much work and hours and hassle it is. I don't want to complain, but setting up camera, buying tripods, video editing. So making a nice video that lasts 20 minutes, it can take maybe 14 hours to edit, plus filming and making the thumbnail. The thumbnail is a big thing nowadays. And coming up with a nice and attractive title is another important part of the video. So I know you guys don't really care about all of that, but I just want to let you know there's things that you don't see behind the scenes, and it's a lot of hours. So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to drive across here. But starting a YouTube channel, you're pretty much giving away free time. You're even investing money with no expectation, no guarantee. So if you end up making a small amount of commission each month, well, I guess you earned it, right? And in the end, when you're not talking products in the videos, they don't do well. So the audience, they want to hear about the products. They want to know how the products works. Okay guys, so we're gonna dry out the car. The car still has the rinseless on it. We're gonna dry it really well, and then we're gonna apply a couple different spray sealant or ceramic spray, and I'll keep note of them. So let me dry the car first. We'll apply different sealant. I have a bunch of them, and we're gonna keep track of it, and we're gonna do weekly update. Maybe not weekly update, but every couple of weeks I'll do an update for you. I know you guys like those kind of videos. So let me dry the car, and I'll show you what's gonna happen. Okay guys, in this test, 9 products. So we have 9 microfiber towels. First one being CarPro Elixir. Second one is Tax System Shiny Wax version 2. The third one, Bola Solution P27 Graphene. Then DIY Detail Ceramic Gloss, Gion Ceramic Detailer, Gion Q2M Cure, and then I reused this empty bottle of Gion Ceramic. This is actually Extreme Solution Topper. Next up, Bola Solution P17 Sealant. Supposedly this is their higher durability product, their most durable product. And then we have the P17 sealant. This one is the slick. So I will be applying those on this car. This car has no protection. It's freshly washed. I'm not going to IPA the car. I'm not going to do any more preparation step. We're just gonna apply them like we do in real life, like a real world test. So I'm gonna write down on a sheet of paper which product is on which panel. We're gonna keep track of it. And every couple months, every couple of weeks, I'll do an update to see how the products are doing, the hydrophobic, what is going on. So you'll get an update every now and then on each of those products. Okay guys, so I just wrote down on a sheet of paper who is who and who is going where. Okay guys, so when I have a floor mat that bad, I will usually do a pre-rinse just to get rid of the loose stuff. You can do that outside, obviously. I'm doing it in the sink just because it's convenient at the moment. And I can also use hot water, so that's a plus. So this is just a maintenance clean, right? And then I'm gonna pull out my APC, spray generously. So this is one of the reasons I like to use a dilutable APC is I don't have to worry about overuse of the product or wasting the product itself. Just spray and pray, right? If you're paying too much for your APC, then you're gonna be shy of spraying it. So I like to use a product that is dilutable and cost effective, so I don't really care if I use too much on the fender well, on the wheels, on the tires, on the floor mats like this. I just take my IK sprayer and go to town and not worry about it. So those are super hard to get perfect. The WeatherTech mats, their plastic is at some point trying to absorb some of the dirt, so they're really hard to get perfect, especially in the nooks and crannies. So I'm not worried too much. I'm just try to have a good coverage and hit everything with the brush and rinse off. And I'm gonna just apply some of the Kutch Chemie Gummy Fix afterwards. So it's gonna look nice and fresh for the wife. Okay, so at this point, I have just to do the steering wheel, do a couple touch points, and obviously assess the condition of the interior. And afterwards, before that, I will just do a quick vacuum, make sure we pick up everything, and wipe off the dash and all the touch points. It's getting hot in here. small stiff brush like this, between the door sills and the seats. A lot of the time you have some hard to reach areas, so this brush is really stiff. It's gonna open the carpets really well, and then you can come back with your vacuum and pick up everything that you just dislodged. And for the larger areas, I like to use a drill brush, just like this one. This one is about $5. Anyway, both of those are available on carzilla.ca. You know the drill, right? So you could just go over the carpet really quick. It's gonna open the fibers and release all that sand or that dust that is stuck deep into the fibers. There's no need for a injection, extraction, cleaning on this. There's no stain, there's nothing that has been spilled. So I'm really doing a deep clean with the vacuum. We're gonna wipe off all the plastic and the leather as well. And after I change the cabin air filter, I'll ask her in a couple days if the smell is still laying around. Okay guys, so I applied my extractor shampoo at 1 to 20, a thin layer on the whole surface. I let it dwell for 2 or 3 minutes, used the drill brush everywhere. Then I came back with my microfiber to wipe off. You need good lighting to make a good video, right? So for the interior, it's really hard to have a good lighting. So as you can see, I opened the rooftop and I'm using a headlamp. So invest in a good headlamp to get the dry dust, the dry stuff first away from the carpet, and then go ahead and use a cleaner, something light. So this is what I recommend, guys, $130. This is a USB plug. You can just recharge it as you need. Some guys have two on hand. So I've had this for many, many years and it's still working great. It's one of my favorite detailing tools. So let's do the other half. So the Rinseless on the leather works. Tell me, do you still use those? Because I don't see the point of having this in your car nowadays. She's not listening to me. Guys, so don't forget the door jamb. So I like to take a microfiber, dunk it in the rinseless solution and wipe off the door jamb. Those are not too dirty on this one. So for the average people, they might not see their swirls, but the door jams are something they're gonna notice. So don't skimp on those if you want my opinion. Regular people will pay attention to the door jam. I can tell you that. And man, those kids with their boots in the winter, they can get your car dirty real fast, all right? Okay, so the WeatherTech is clean, but as you can see, we have some embedded dirt in the nooks and crannies. This is a very old WeatherTech. I guess this one is almost 8 years by now. But I have this can grip on my head, so it's looking worse than it really is. So I'm gonna apply some gummy fix and with a spray nozzle. The only downside with this product is the scent. Really strong alcohol scent that tends to stick around. Whew. With the sprayer, you actually use less product than using the dropper on a microfiber pad. Right now I need to do the glass, so let's do it. So if you guys are aware, or if you have a Volkswagen Golf, I know a couple guys from my subscriber that have Golfs, especially white Golfs. Check out this spot here. So this is a 2016, so it's about, what, 8 years old. Look at the rust. Look at the bubbling here around the door handle. So look at the bubbling here. This is rust building up under, so it's getting worse year after year. So I'm guessing the dirt is making its way under the door handle. And over time it's creating rust. So we have two doors like this. This one is fine. So I'm guessing there's a leak or there's a problem with the seal. So I've reached out to my VW dealer because those cars, they changed it since then, but they have a 12-year warranty for rusting, for rust proofing. So I called the dealership. I went for an inspection. They took pictures. So the lady at the dealership, she gets appointment every day for those type of defect. They have thousands and thousands of cars waiting to get in and to get approved for warranty about the rust. So she told me that is a common and non-problem, and we're gonna have two doors repainted. We're gonna have, look at this here. We're gonna have that fixed as well. So the dirt is getting stuck between the plastic bumper and the fender, and it's probably going between the fender liner, and the rust is making its way. So the other door that is rusting is the driver's one. Is it? Oh, right here. So you can see the rust under there. I don't know if it's gonna show up on the camera. It's not dirt, it's rust. So that's crazy. So we're gonna have the fender, two doors, and even the hood. We're just waiting for the Volkswagen Canada to approve it. But the lady that does that almost full time told me this is gonna get approved really, really easily. So that's well, this is gonna have to be repainted, and they already repainted the roof 3 years ago. It was failing in here. All right, so just a quick side note about this car. So we're gonna pull down the windows, and for the first time I'm gonna use the new DIY detail crystal clear window cleaner, glass cleaner. So actually I think that's my first glass cleaner other than invisible glass that I use. So if you clean your car all the time, you're not gonna have to pull down the window like this every time. Sorry guys, I'm getting tired here. Woo! Well, that's gonna be one for the bloopers. Okay, so the waffle weave towel, right? The reason I like to use it, well, first, it does not grab on the window, and then it doesn't lint, right? Really important. So I think they have some kind of lubricity in this product. It goes on so well. Well, it's streak-free, guys. Amazing cleaner. All right, my friends, that's gonna be it for the vlog. Hope you liked it. If you have some suggestions for me, any comments, any thoughts, any question, feel free to put them down below. Like and subscribe, obviously, as usual. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.